All year I've been spending 2 hours a week at Seaholm High School's Learning Center tutoring high school kids. Since biology is defined as the study of life, I thought what better opportunity than to incorporate and apply biology concepts to the lives of the everyday high school student. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting at a table with multiple students. One was a male senior who openly shared that the reason he shaved his head was because he was starting to bald. Thus, there was a clear trace of male pattern baldness in his family tree. This being said, we know that his mom was at least a carrier of the recessive trait of male pattern baldness, since it is a trait on the X chromosome. Since the student only received an X chromosome from his mother's mother or father had to have been at least a carrier of the trait on their homologous pair. Now, if the student was female, she could have inherited the trait from either her mom or her dad, since both parents passed down an X chromosome. So even if the male student's father was a carrier of the sex-linked trait, there is no way he could have received his trait from his father. So when another student at the table boldly asked, "Is your dad bald?" it was in all actuality an irrelevant question pertaining to the way the male student got the trait. Every day the kids take a break for snack. The heterotrophs, so in this case the students, take in the snack in order for the organism to convert the carbs and fat into ATP to produce energy. The last snack we had was trail mix. After the students ate the trail mix, they didn't participate in any strenuous activities that required an immediate fuel source, such as sports. Therefore, the food was digested using aerobic respiration. The carbs entered the blood and later the mitochondria, where they were converted along with oxygen into ATP, CO2, and water. Last but not least is the connection between student behavior and Darwin and Wallace's theory of natural selection. I have observed students in the Learning Center adhering to the principles of natural selection, in that kids often change themselves to fit in. The ones who don't fit in tend to not feel included, which could make them feel, especially in high school, like they're not surviving. I see the first postulate of natural selection in that all of the individuals in the Learning Center population are of great variation. Kids choose who they hang out with and let in their social circle. That's in a sense representing the fourth postulate of natural selection, which is choosing who we reproduce, mate with, and associate with. This creates a more fit population because it shifts the population to a group that represents how other students are supposed to act in order to survive.